I met Rill when I was 10 years old, as was he, fourth grade, and we stayed friends all his life. We had a very special relationship. We had been through thick and thin with each other. You know, a friendship like that just doesn't break. I developed a feeling for him that was almost, he was my touchstone, I used to say. He's the one I went to with everything. We met Christina in college, and the three of us wound up living in Los Angeles. And for years, you know, we were kind of a trio, but Rill and I were really closer. All my marriages and divorces, he was there. Rill got sick, and this was just a few years ago. The disease that Rill had is called for short PSP, which is progressive supranuclear palsy. It's memory loss, and then finally motor loss. We've been together oh so long, as friends, you know. I could barely stand the thought of going on without him in my life. I didn't really believe in an afterlife, and neither did he, and neither did Christina. But one day when he and I were alone together, he could no longer talk, but he was alert. And I was holding his hand, but I just couldn't let him go. And I asked him, I said, you know, just for fun, after you pass over, would you try to contact me? If there's any way, get me a message. He squeezed my hand, and I said, you know, we always used to play with your chemistry set when we were kids, and we always used to do experiments, and let's do something along that line. How about electricity? Use electricity in some way. I don't know why I thought of electricity. It seemed somehow the natural thing to go to. The night he died, he was living in his mother's house, and I was there, and Christina was there, and we couldn't tell if he was breathing or not. We kept checking, and he'd gone. I spent the night there with his mother, and Christina went home. His mother and I got up, and we ended up in the kitchen at about the same moment, and she turned on the recessed lights. There were 9 bulbs in that recessed light, big bulbs. They went on and then out like that. And she said, that never happens. They burn out one at a time. I replaced them, but they never all go out at once. Well, I didn't tell her about his promise to me to contact me electrically because I thought it was some kind of coincidence. So I went into the office and I emailed Christina. And how are you doing? But when I started talking about Rill, I just looked up over my shoulder. It's hard not to believe in an afterlife.